Hello guys, this is Abdurrahman Gilal. Like in our previous presentations, we've been learning about fundamental concepts of, object-oriented programming using Java language. We learned about how to create classes and how to create their objects and for those fundamental things. I realized that this is very important right at the moment that we should know that how we should organize the code or the programs that we develop. So in order to organize the programs or codes, we usually, like in simple words, in order to organize the classes and interfaces and their elements within them, it's better to learn that we should use some factor techniques. So one of the way by which we can easily manage the code is called package. So in Java, the package is a way by which we organize the classes interfaces into namespaces, right? What I mean is that it is a mechanism for grouping related classes and interfaces together. So it basically helps us to not have any conflicts, naming conflicts. So for instance, that you and I are working on a same project but on different tasks. So you may use some variable names or identifiers, which I am also going to use. So how should we avoid? And also, like when you have already started developing something that you have, let's say 10 classes there for your solution, and then I need one of your classes. So how are you going to make sure that I only access one of your classes, not the other 10 or 9 classes that you've developed? So in order to do that, we basically, follow the access modifier concept. So so what is access modifier? Access modifier, happens to be in several programming languages, including Java. So basically, these are some keywords that gives us accessibility or visibility to our classes, methods, or other members of program. So make sure that you have already understood the concept before using them. So I'm just gonna quickly tell you that how it looks like. So first, let's create some package here in IntelliJ. So in order to create the package, that's just like this, that you go to the SRC and right click and then click on package. So let's make like this, that package one, let's say. And then you can also, I'm going to create two packages so that I can make you better understand the concept. So let's say like package one is you and package two is me. So I'm gonna just draw quickly one thing to explain you. Sorry for my drawing. If you don't like it, just ignore it. It's just try to create the correct concept. So let's say this is you who is going to work on package one. That is you. And this is me. That is package two. Sorry, this is me. Okay, so this is my package, which means I work in package two. So you have class one, method one. You have class two, method two. You have class three and method three. Let's make them logically like this. And in here, I am working on class four, method four. Maybe class 5 and method 5. So two packages, and now we have to start learning that how can it happen. So basically, in Java programming languages, we have three access modifiers, which we use with keywords. But there is another one which I'll tell you a bit later. So first of all, that what are those access modifier? Let me quickly write for you. One is public, which I'm sure you're already aware of. You remember public static void main that we always use? And then we have protected, and then we also got private. So the words themselves are telling you that what are these. For instance, the public means anybody can use. Protected and private means nobody can use it except certain people. And then how protected is different, I'm going to tell you it shortly. So let's say you are supposed to give me this package, oh sorry, this class. So now I'm going to use your, let's say C1 here. So how I can use. So you should make sure that this class is public. If it's not public, then I can't use that. So only not the class, but the method should also be public. Otherwise, this package will never be able to access it because public is the only keyword which allows the other packages to access them. But what if your, let's say, class 2 is protected? So it means, okay, let me explain you private first. When I say private, I mean to say that I only talk about the class elements, which means that if I have a class, which is, let's say, A, B, C class, so, and I have some elements such as some variables, integer A is equals to 5, and some other things. So when I want to private, I cannot private the class, but I can private the only elements. So if it's having some method such as etc, so this method can also be private. So what I mean is that private means within the class, cannot be going away from the class. So this private keyword cannot be deployed with the class name, but can with methods. Yes. So if public, which means anybody can use, this one can use, this one can use, and even other packages. Protected means only within the class, which means that they can use it. Which means if protected, C2 can be accessed by or used by C1 class or C3 class, because that's protected. Protected means within the package. Private means within the class, and public means anybody. So let's say if this class is protected, so this package 2, cannot use that. Why? Because that's protected. That's just a nutshell. How about, let me clear this first. Let's say if I have a variable like this, integer A is equals to 5. Nothing is mentioned here. When nothing is mentioned here, this type of concept is called package private. So package private means that this one can only be accessed within the package. So let's say if it is developed in package 1, so it's only can be used within the package 1. That's it. That's a fundamental concept of having no keywords. So you don't have to write any keyword, but logically it is called package private. So once again, I must say public means anybody can use it. Private, no one can use it only within the class. Protected means within the package, which means if I have three classes here, all three can use them, right? And that's all. And the package private is the same thing as we work with protection or protected keyword. So let me quickly draw, like if I can help you to better understand the concept. So let me start here. So let's create a Java class called access modifier. Package 1, I just wanted to make sure that you understand that. Okay, so let's just make a public, say x is equal, sorry, not x, integer x is equals to 10. And I make protected integer y is equals to 20. And then private integer z is equals to 30. So these are the three variables I created. Let me call them in another, I would say another class, which means test access modifier p1, because this is in package 1. So how usually do I call that? I call main methods called public static void main and string args. And so now if you remember if you call the concepts, public means anybody can use this class. Here public, anybody can use. Static, you remember, static means only you can use this method or class, let's say, but let's say method without making its object. Sorry, it's not class. So without calling its object or making its object. So it can be used. So this means the main method does not need any object to be called, right? So now I have to call this access modifier, which is access modifier 1. I should make object number 1, and the same thing, access modifier. You remember, this is the way by which we create the object using constructor, right? So new keyword will have a class name, and then the modifier or object name or identifier, and then we got this constructor. same class name with parentheses. Okay, so now I want to, let's say, call system.out.println x value is equals to plus sign object one dot x, right? And I wanted to quickly see, sorry. Okay, I wanted to see y value because I have three variables, so I just wanted to call y here, this one, and I am going to create z here. So let's see if it works. Okay, there you go. Let's run them. Okay, so you get a message Z has private access in the package one. So it's true that we made it private, right? So now what if I make a method here like a void ABC and I call system dot out dot println. So I say Z value from ABC method equals to, so I call Z here, okay? And then I call Z method here, let's say object one dot, sorry, ABC method, not Z method. So we already knew that this is just going to call the method, so let's run it. So quickly see if it works. Yep. So when I call this method, the caller will go here and we will see this is just a print. So it will be printed here. It is not going to pass any value to this. It is clearly saying it to me that if my, uh, how to say, if my element of program is private, which means I can use in private. So I can use like this way, or I can put like this dot Z as well. So it means that I can use within the private, within the class. So now let me go last one to see that if a package is calling another package, then how it works. So I'm gonna say test access modifier from package 2. You remember, because this is from package 1 and this is package 2. So how are we gonna do that? So you remember that we have to call, sorry, we have to make a public static void main string and args or erg, anything that you're easy with. And then we have to make access modifier. Remember, this is the class. We have to take the values. And I make object 2 here, just in case we are not confused with. And then that's all. So what I have to do is that I wanted to just simply see that I copy this. In fact, I copy all of them and I try to place here, but my object name is different. So my object name is 2, 2, and 2 here. So let's see which one executes and which one does not. So we can run this one. So we got error here. What is the error here? Y has protected access in package 1. Remember, protected means can be used within the package. So when I was running this one, this was totally fine because this test access modifier class is in the same, you see, give me a second. It is within the same package. So this one and this one, both of them are in the same package. So no problem at all. But when we went to package 2, surely we are getting the error. Y has protected access in package 1 and so cannot run this. So this is fine for us, right? So let me delete this and run this again. Okay, so this is a problem, but when I run my package 1, that is okay. So this one is coming from here. So we have to solve this error. So let me quickly just jump in here and I just do the comments here and I do the comment here as well. So let's see, run it. Package 2. So this is fine, right? So package 2 is running package 1's, package 1, but with public one. So now how about object ABC, which has no keyword mentions? Can I run it? So package 2. You see, ABC is not a public in package access1, cannot be accessed. So if it's non-public, you cannot. How about what if I make it public? Can I use it now? Let's run it and see that. So there you go. Public can be accessed, but if nothing is mentioned, cannot still be accessed. So this must be clear with us, right? So that's all for today that we learned. There are packages which are very good for us to organize in order to avoid the naming conflicts, in order to make the code organized in a way that if we wanted to share with someone, it's easy for us to do. And in order to share the code, we must know that we are accessing or making our classes or our methods or elements in a way that we want them to be accessed by the other party. So public means other party can access, private means no one can access, only within the class, and protected means only within the package. So that's all. If you got any question, please do not hesitate to approach me. I'll be very happy to answer you. Thank you. Take care, please. Bye-bye.